Hello, everybody. Welcome to College Football Predictions, Week 6, 2023. And if I sound a little tired, I am. It's really late at night, and I've just been really busy this week. So I'm going to hurry up and shoot this video. It's not going to be a long weekly video, so we're just going to get right down into it because I'm going to bed. Last week for week 5, we went 3-2, so we extended our winning streak. So we are looking great, I mean, we're not blowing away the competition, but hey, look, as long as we're grinding it out and grinding out a win, that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? So this week or this season so far, we're 18 wins, 16 losses. And remember, 6 of those losses right there were because of week 1. So we have definitely climbed out of the basement, and we're just want to keep moving forward. Try to have another winning all 3 months. So that's what we're working towards right now. So we just need at least 2 more weeks of October to win. It won't be like September where it gave us an extra week, just by that one day, but we're definitely going to keep on trying. So let's go ahead and get into it. Week 5 notes. Notre Dame lost to Louisville. I could not believe that at all. I didn't watch the game, but I did catch on the highlights, and I had to read it a couple of times to make sure I was looking at the proper score, because the way the score reflected, I thought it was Notre Dame that had the 33 points at the end, not Louisville. So congratulations on playing a very great game, Louisville. And Notre Dame, you were looking really good this whole entire season, and Ohio State, tripped you up and at the last second, and I don't know what happened last Saturday. But we're going to get into what's coming up this week for Notre Dame, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Bama beats out Texas A&M. I did catch bits and pieces of that game, and I was really surprised that Texas A&M, they beat themselves. I mean, from the I didn't catch the whole entire game, but the pieces I saw, just was shaking my head at. They had Bama on the ropes a couple of times, and they just let them off the hook. As Coach Green says, we had them on the hook, or we let them off the hook. If you want to crown them, crown them. If you guys haven't seen it, that was back in the early 2000s when I think he was the Cardinals coach. So hop on YouTube, and we let him off the hook. It's always going to be one of the best things. It's kind of like right there with Jim Moore back in '98 when he was talking about playoffs. Oh, that's a classic one. Anyway, Pac-12, great matchup this weekend, guys. I highly recommend you tune in to the Oregon and Washington game. That's going to be a very explosive game. Lots of points. I'm getting a lot of comments. No sevens. Who do you like? Who do you think I should bet on? I don't know. I mean, this game is going to be just like a playoff game. I don't know who to bet on. I don't know who to pick. I mean, even if you were to hold a hot poker right next to my eyeball, I still wouldn't know who to pick on this game. If I think whoever has the game, the ball last at the end of the game, I think is going to win this game. But I just have a feeling Oregon's going to pull it out with like a 3-point kick at the end or something. I just don't know. It's going to be really interesting, man. Washington has looked really good, but they haven't been tested. I think Oregon's been tested a little bit more, but I don't know. I mean, guys, I don't know who to pick on that game. I'm looking forward to it, though, because no matter what, we're going to be entertained. We, the fans, are winners because we get to watch a great game this Saturday, Oregon and Washington. So I'm going to make sure I have the barbecue ready, the cold beer, and I'm going to be enjoying myself watching this game. Next up is who is my national champ pick this year. You guys are already hammering me about this because, like I said, I usually have it at the end of the weekend. I've been right for the past 4 years. LSU, Bama, Georgia. This year, it's hard, man. I don't know who to pick because usually by the end of September, you usually have the front runner, like who you think is going to win and who's pretty solid. And guys, I think this is going to be the first time in 4 years we don't have an SEC champion. I think it's going to go to somebody else. It's going to be shocking. I mean, the SEC's been dominant. It's been a dynasty, really since ever the 2000 program. Ever since the early 2000s. SEC has won more national championships than any other conference in football, and the past 4 years have all been SEC champions. But this year, I don't think it's going to happen. I can't make a prediction yet, but man, if I was really to lean towards one way, and I really think I'm just going to go ahead and just flat out just give you guys my honest prediction. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even know why I said honest, but I mean, who am I really favoring is I really like Michigan, but Michigan hasn't really played anybody. But man, they look like an all complete team with Jimmy Boy as the head coach. You know who I'm talking about, and why I don't call him his full name, and why I'm not a fan of him because of him being an old 49ers coach. But I really like Michigan right now. I really want to see him play Ohio State, and I can really make my determination. But that game isn't coming yet. But man, I really like Michigan to be the national champion. I tell you what, all depending on Oregon and Washington, it's a really tough prediction this year. But I really favor Michigan right now in the early stages. And after the Ohio State Michigan game, I think that's really going to solidify who I'm really leaning towards. But as of right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to lock in Michigan. That's who I think the national champion is going to be. And guys, bombard me with all your comments. Tell me who you like and tell me no sevens, you are wrong, because I get it all the time for the past 4 years. No sevens, you're wrong. You don't know. Bama in 2020 is not going to win the national championship. LSU 2019, are you smoking something? What are you smoking? They're never going to win the national championship. Clemson's going to beat them. Oh, man, I love you guys so much, man. Great comments. So that's who I'm leaning towards, Michigan. All right, next up, Texas. Yeah, man. You got to hand it to Oklahoma, man. They came out and they played a serious ball game. My question to all the Texas fans that are watching this, and look, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy or anything else, but I just got a quick observation as an LSU fan and an SEC fan, and as a person who observes a lot of things. And I could be completely wrong here, but the last 3 times Matthew McConaughey was on either ESPN or at the game with the Texas game, he's lost 2 out of the 3 times that he was there. Is he bad luck for you guys? I mean, I know he's a proud Texas and he loves that sport and everything else, but when do you just send him the uninvite list? Because when he was there for game day in 2019 against LSU beat Texas. He was there this past game day, even though he wasn't a guest picker, and they lost. Texas lost to Oklahoma. And he was there for another game, and they beat him. I forgot which team it was, but when he was there, they actually won that game. So his record's not too good right now. He's got a 1-2 record. So, but I don't know how many other times he's been there. I only know he's been there 3 times, and only having 1 win and 2 losses is not good odds. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into week 6. I got some great picks for you guys, and some kind of questionable picks because I don't know where my head is going right now at 4 a.m. in the morning because I need to go to bed. So let's figure this out. All right. So up next, we have week 6. We have USC at Notre Dame. This is going to be a great game, and it's all going to depend on how Notre Dame comes out. Are they going to come out playing really angry and just mad and just knowing that they lost last week to Louisville, or are they going to come out, still kind of feeling sorry for themselves and going from there? To me personally, I really do think that Notre Dame is going to come out playing with their hair on fire in this game, and they're going to play aggressive. They're going to play mean. They're going to play an aggressive defense. They're going to do whatever it takes to win this game to prove a point that they are not number 21 in the nation anymore, that they should be a top 10 team. USC has a great great offense, no defense. I mean, it's part of the Lincoln Riley situation. I mean, just like Oklahoma, great offense, no defense. And they struggled against Arizona State a few weeks ago, if you remember. And Notre Dame is not like Arizona State. They actually got a full package team. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing this game. This game is at 6:30 at night, perfect for a primetime game. And it's on October 14th. So it's even more reason why I'm looking forward to a great week of football, because it is my birthday on Saturday. So I'm definitely looking forward to spending my day watching some great games. So USC and Notre Dame, just real quick, who do I like? I think Notre Dame is going to cover that spread of -2.5. I think this game, I think Notre Dame's going to win by probably about 4 or 5 points in this. Just depends on what USC brings, but USC is going to have to score on every single possession to keep up with Notre Dame, because their defense is not going to stop Notre Dame. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in Notre Dame -2.5. So, and it is at 6:30 at night, guys. So that's Central Standard Time. All my times are Central Standard Time. I get questions about the time. So just keep that in mind. Ohio State -19.5 at Purdue. If you remember a few years back, I made a prediction to you guys. I think it was in 2019. I told you that Purdue was going to upset Ohio State. And man, I got called out on all sorts of stuff. I said, take the money line, because you're going to win all sorts of money. I mean, it was like plus 4,000, plus 6,000. It was something insane. I mean, the payout was great for me. I can't mention my payouts or what I bet on, because YouTube won't let me do that. They'll flag this account. So there's certain rules and regulations I have to keep tabs on. But I won a lot of money on that, and that was the reason why. Was that story? They had the little kid who was in a wheelchair, and they wanted to play for him, and man, they played their hearts out. It was such an inspirational story about that. But this is 2023. It's a different story. Ohio State is -19.5. Purdue is still a really good, solid football team. This is going to be a very, very close point spread. And if you guys want to fade this, you guys can. You guys can take the money line. That's a very safe bet to take Ohio State money line. But like I said, Purdue is still a solid football team. They have a new head coach this year. They're still working out their kinks. But anything less than -21, I'm kind of favoring Ohio State. I think Ohio State is going to keep rolling. Ohio State's got a lot of problems to work out. So this could be a game you might want to fade and might not want to bet on. But I kind of like Ohio State on this. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to walk on the wild side. Maybe it's me not having any sleep. But I'm going to go ahead and take Ohio State -19.5. All right. Next up, UCLA at Oregon State. Oregon State won last week for us. DJ's looking really good at quarterback. There were some questions that he got hurt or something last week. I didn't see that, so I don't think that's true. I think he's fine. I tried to find out more about it, but ESPN mentioned something about him having some kind of injury, so I wasn't sure about DJ, but I can't find anything else on it. So hopefully everything is all right with them. UCLA is coming to Oregon State. There's really not a lot to break down about this game. We're just going to keep on riding the hot hand with Oregon State. UCLA is a really good team, but I think Oregon State's going to pull it out. If I was you, I would buy down this half a point to -3. That's what I did. But for the channel's sake, I'm going to keep it at -3.5. But I think Oregon State's going to win this by 3 points. It's at a 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm not going to break down these videos. I'm just trying to get through them really quick. So let's go ahead and just take Oregon State. We're going to keep riding the hot hand, -3.5. All right, next up is Miami, Florida, +3.5. Wait, what? Hold on, no sevens. Wait, you got conflicting information here. Okay, sorry about that. Like I said, I'm tired. It's 4 a.m. Oh, man, I need to go to bed. Miami, Florida, +3.5 at North Carolina, or North Carolina -3.5. I think that's what I was trying to put. I don't know why I put plus 3.5. Anyway, it's at 6:30 p.m. So we have another game. So we got this game, and then we also have the USC game at 6:30. So Miami, Florida. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time breaking down these games. I do like Miami, Florida in this game. Coach Mack Brown, my hat is off to Coach Mack. I mean, he's done a lot with Texas, and he's done a lot with North Carolina. I really like to see these old coaches still do really well in a new environment. I mean, talk about where he started and where he is now in his life as far as coaching and how much has changed with college football. And he still has a high level of success. Even at North Carolina. I mean, North Carolina wasn't even relevant for football for the longest time before he even got there. It was known as only a basketball university, and that was pretty much it. So I'm really happy to see what he's done with North Carolina. Miami has a great offense, great defense. Really looking forward to seeing this game because this game is going to be a lot closer than what people are favoring. People are saying, take Miami. They're going to win this game by 21 points. They're going to win this by 30 points. I'm like, are we talking about, football, or basketball? But either way, I think this is going to be a really close game. I don't think it's going to be a total blowout. I look for this to be one of those games going into the fourth quarter that it's going to be, 7 points or less. I kind of favor Miami, Florida in this, and I haven't really picked them this year, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Miami, Florida to beat North Carolina. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to watching this because, to see Coach Mack, in his final years. I don't know if this will be his last year or not, but if you guys haven't seen North Carolina or the head coach, it's one of those where you're going to remember watching one of his games when you're older. It's kind of like watching Don Shula for the Miami Dolphins. If you ever caught one of his games, when he was coaching, it's something special that you can say, you sat there and watched one of the greatest football coaches. Nick Saban is one of them also. But anyway, guys, I don't want to take up your time. I need to finish this up, so let's wrap it up. Miami plus 3.5. I just realized something. I said I would buy down this point to half a point. Why would I buy down a plus 3.5? This is how tired I am. I forgot Miami was favored plus 3.5. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you do football videos at 4 a.m. and you've been up for 18 hours. So I would not buy this down. I would actually keep this at plus 3.5. I was thinking of North Carolina minus 3.5, and I would buy it down to minus 3 if I was to favor North Carolina. I favor Miami, Florida plus 3.5. In fact, I might even buy it up to plus 4, depending on what the odds are and the payout is. But plus 3.5, I'll take that all day long. Miami, Florida plus 3.5. All right. Next up, another Florida game. Syracuse at Florida State. Florida State right now is minus 14. That seems a little high for me because Syracuse is a really good team. They're very tough. They're very scrappy. Florida State, you just never know what you're going to get with them. They week in and week out. One minute they look like national champs, beating LSU, beating Clemson. The next minute they're struggling against Boston College. So it's really, really interesting. I'm not going to keep you guys long on this. I'm just going to go with an easy pick. Florida State, money line. Bam, done, move on. All right, I kept you guys here long enough. Florida State, money line. All right, so my easy parlay, and this is a Friday night game that I'm going to put up here. So keep an eye on that. Colorado is a Friday night game. So if you guys don't make this bet, and if you do it on Saturday morning, you're going to miss out on half of this parlay or a little bit of this parlay. So Colorado, we're going to take is yeah, that's what I did. Okay, I'm trying to remember. So let me fix this real quick. I'm trying. Oh man, I'm going to go back and do the video edit. I'm going to be laughing at myself in the morning. All right, so. It's all money line. So Colorado money line, Ohio State money line, Florida State money line, and Bama money line. All right. If you want to take some of the points, you can. Bama's playing Arkansas. We just covered Florida State. We just covered Ohio State. Colorado is playing Stanford, and that's pretty much about it. If you want to add the points, you can. But I'm just going with an easy parlay, all money line. So guys, good luck with your picks. Put any comments below of who you like this week. Let me know, who do you think is going to be the national champion? Who do you favor the most? And see. Also, baseball. Lots of upsets in baseball this year. So I don't know about you guys, but my team is still in it for right now. In fact, they're getting ready to play each other. I like the Astros and I like the Rangers. I picked the Rangers in the very beginning of May to win it all. So, and I have the Astros to win it all too. So now both of my picks are playing each other coming up. Let me know, who do you guys like for the World Series champion? And basketball is starting up, and so is hockey. You gotta love the month of October. All the sports are playing. So guys, it is going on 21 minutes. So I'm not going to keep you guys anymore. I am going to bed, and no sevens. It's going to see you for week 7. Good luck on your picks, and enjoy Saturday, my birthday. So I will talk to you guys later.